Ever wondered why acing the Occupational English Test, or OET reading, often feels like a race against time? It's because time management is a significant challenge in this test. Today, we'll delve into this issue and discuss how to overcome it using a technique called question prioritization. The time allocated for the OET reading test is 60 minutes. This might sound like a lot, but when you're faced with 42 questions, it's a different story. So how do you ensure you answer all the questions within the time limit? Step by step, we'll walk through this process. First off, it's important to understand that not all questions in the OET reading test carry the same difficulty. Part A, which consists of 20 questions, should be done within 15 minutes. This means you should ideally spend no more than 30 seconds on each question in this part. Moving on to parts B and C, they altogether consist of 22 questions, 6 in part B, 16 questions in part C. You are given 45 minutes to answer these. So, for each question in these parts, you should allocate around 1 minute in first go. Now, the key here is not to get stuck. If you find a question difficult to answer within the allocated time limit, don't spend more time on it. Instead, move on to the next question. This is where question prioritization comes into play. Question prioritization is not about choosing which questions to answer, but rather about efficiently managing your time. It's about recognizing when to move on and when to come back to a question. Here's how you do it. If you can't answer a question within the allocated time limit, leave it and proceed to the next one. Once you've gone through all the questions, come back to the ones you left unanswered. By this time, you'll likely have a better understanding of the text and may find it easier to answer those questions. Remember though, this technique requires practice. It's not something you can master overnight, but with consistent practice and the guidance of an experienced teacher, you'll find it becomes second nature. To summarize, time management in OET reading involves allocating specific amounts of time to different types of questions and using the question prioritization technique. This involves leaving difficult questions and coming back to them later, rather than getting stuck. Mastering these strategies can be the difference between running out of time and completing the test with time to spare. So, practice diligently, and soon you'll find that the OET reading test is no longer a race against time, but a manageable task you can confidently tackle. If you're interested in practicing these techniques with our experienced teachers, book a free session today. It's as simple as sending a message to the WhatsApp number given in the description. Remember, it's 100% free. Start your journey to mastering the OET reading test today itself. This video will be supplemented with further practice sessions using previous question papers and latest materials. So please like, subscribe and share. Remember that for OET training, High Score Leap is always the best. Happy learning!